Good morning and welcome back. Let's continue with our chapter Golu Grows a Nose. We have seen in the first part that Golu is a very curious, very inquisitive baby elephant. He's out to Limpopo River only to find out what crocodiles eat for dinner. On the way, he meets a python who turns out of no good help as Python did not reply Golu's question. But still, Golu was very kind and considerate towards Python. He bids Python goodbye and continues his journey. Now let's read the introductory part of second half. Golu meets the crocodile face to face. He gets the python's help when he needs it most. Golu grows a long and useful nose. Let's read further. Golu moved on, eating sugar canes, bananas, and melons. After a few days, he reached the very edge of the great grassy Limpopo River. On the bank of the river, he saw a log of wood. So Golu moved on and eating all the things that was there in stock. After a few days, he reached the edge of Limpopo River and there he saw a log of wood. Actually, what it was, let's see. It was really the crocodile who winked at him. Wink means blink the eyes. Okay, so actually it was not a log, it was a crocodile that winked at him. Excuse me, said Golu. Have you ever seen a crocodile? Now just see the innocence of Golu. As he has never seen a crocodile in his life, he did not recognize when he met a crocodile. When he met the one he wanted to see the most, he could not recognize the crocodile. And he is asking the crocodile himself that have you ever seen a crocodile? The crocodile winked again and lifted half his tail out of the mud. Okay, so the crocodile was basking in the sunlight and it was in the mud and its tail was submerged in the mud. So he just lifted his tail half out of the mud. Come here, little one, said the crocodile. The crocodile, in a very serious way, called the elephant to come closer to him. Why do you ask such questions? The crocodile asked. Why you want to know all this? Why you're asking this? I want to know, said Golu. Come close, little one, for I am the crocodile. And he shed crocodile's tears to show it was quite true. But the crocodile again it did not allow Golu to complete his question and he asked Golu to come closer so that he can give the answer to Golu. And he shed crocodile's tear. Now what is crocodile's tear? Crocodile tear are actually false, insincere display of emotion. It was only trying to attract Golu and showing that the crocodile was sincere, not harmful, not dangerous. So he shed the tears and called Golu closer. Golu was afraid, but he sat down on the bank and said, You are the very person I was looking for. Please tell me what you have for dinner. Though Golu was afraid seeing the appearance of the crocodile, Golu was afraid. But he sat down on the bank. He did not go closer to crocodile. From a distance, he said, I am happy that I found the one whom I was looking for. So just tell me the only question that Golu has even after seeing the crocodile, that what he has for dinner, what crocodiles eat for dinner. Come here, little one, and I will whisper the answer to you, said the crocodile. So again the crocodile is telling, Come here, come close to me. Why are you standing so far away from me? I will whisper. Whisper means soft sound. Whisper is actually soft sound. If you don't go closer to the person who is whispering, you won't be able to listen to what he's saying. So I will whisper the answer, said the crocodile. Golu put his head down close to Crocodile's snout. What is snout? Snout is actually the projected mouth and nose of any animal. So Golu put its head closer to the crocodile's snout. Now it's very convenient for crocodile to catch Golu. And the crocodile caught him by the nose. As Golu went closer to crocodile's snout, it immediately caught hold of Golu's nose. I think, said the crocodile, today a baby elephant will be my dinner. So here the intentions of crocodile is clear. He said, I think today I'm going to have a baby elephant for my dinner. That it is going to kill the baby elephant. But poor Golu, being so innocent, still did not understand the intentions of crocodile. But it was hurting. So he said, let me go, you're hurting me, Mr. Crocodile, screamed the Golu. So again Golu said to Crocodile that you are hurting me. Please leave me and let me go. And Golu screamed. Now here the rescuer appears. The python, who had been quietly following Golu, came to the bank and said, now you see the python was following Golu. You know why? Because seeing Golu, the python was sure that this baby elephant is very innocent and will be trapped in crocodile's tear. So to save this Golu, python quietly, secretively followed Golu. And he said to Golu, if you do not pull as hard as you can, the crocodile will drag you into the stream. Now, the python is showing Golu the way how to be rescued from this crocodile. It is telling, drag yourself, pull yourself back with your full force. Otherwise, what crocodile will do? Crocodile will drag you into the stream, into the river. Once you are in the stream, you will not be escaped. You will have no way to escape from there. So, drag yourself very hard, pull hard. Golu sat back on its haunches and pulled and pulled. So, with full efforts, he sat back and he started pulling his nose to its full strength. The crocodile slipped into the water, making it all creamy with great sweeps of his tail. And he also pulled and pulled. The crocodile also was pulling towards himself, and Golu was pulling his nose towards himself. Now, crocodile slipped into the water, and with its tail, it swept the mud in the water, and the whole water turned muddy, creamy. Then the python coiled himself around Golu's stomach and said, let's pull harder. Now, seeing all the hard efforts that Golu was putting to rescue itself, but seeing that Golu's efforts all alone will fail, the python also came for its rescue. So python coiled itself around Golu's stomach and other end on the branch of the tree, and he said to Golu, let's try hard. Both of us, let's try hard and pull. Golu dug in all his four legs in the mud and pulled. To get support, to get friction, Golu put its leg firm on the ground and again started pulling. Now both python and Golu are pulling. The nose kept on stretching as they were pulling from both the sides. Golu's nose kept on stretching, expanding. At each pull, the nose grew longer and longer, and it hurt Golu. With each pull on the both sides, Golu's nose was getting hurt. At the same time, it was growing longer and longer. The nose was now 5 feet long, but it was free at last. The nose grew almost 5 feet, but at last it was free. Golu sat down with his nose wrapped up in a big banana leaf and hung it in the great grassy Limpopo river to cool. Golu's nose was hurting. Okay, it was bruised, it was burning. So give some comfort. It took one banana leaf and wrapped it around its nose, and it put its nose into the river to cool. so that its burning is reduced. Golu sat there for 2 days waiting for his nose to cool and to shrink. Now Golu was expecting its nose to shrink back to its original size. So he sat there at the edge, at the bank of the Limpopo River for 2 days to cool his nose and to see that his nose shrink back. It grew cool, but it did not shrink. Its nose was cooled down, but it did not shrink in size. At the end of the second day, a fly came and stung Golu on the shoulder. So at the end of the second day, a fly came and stung Golu on the shoulder. Golu lifted his long nose trunk and with it hit the fly dead. So you can see the use of the nose here. It just lifted its nose, that is trunk, and hit the fly dead. Advantage number 1. Hissed the python. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. Try and eat a little now. Now, this python was waiting for this baby elephant to move from there so that he is not put into danger again. He was safeguarding the baby elephant. Now, seeing this action of Golu killing the fly with its nose, he said the advantage number 1. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. That's a fact. Now he's telling for 2 days, Golu did not eat anything. So now the python is telling, try and eat a little now. Golu put out his trunk and plucked a large bundle of grass. He dusted it against his forelegs and stuffed it into his mouth. Now what Golu did? He plucked a large bunch of grass and dusted it and then it stuffed it into his mouth. Advantage number 2. Hissed the python. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. Don't you think the sun is too hot now? Now, this python is telling, you can see the tug of war between the elephant and the crocodile here and how the python has coiled itself around Golu to save him and the other edge on the branch of the tree, and they both worked hard, pulled hard to save Golu. But with each pull, the bulgy nose of the elephant grew longer and almost 5 feet it has grown now. Now, he said that the advantage number 2 is with small nose you couldn't have plucked the grass. And now, this is again an advantage for you. And python said the sun is getting very hot. Golu scooped up. When the python said that, now it's very hot, Golu scooped up some mud from the bank and slapped it on its head. Okay, now the mud was cool, so what Golu did to give relief to python from the hot sunny day, it just scooped. Scooped means just filled a trunk with some wet mud and slapped it on the python's head. Actually, scoop is a utensil resembling a spoon with short handle. You might have seen scoop in the ice cream shops. Okay, so python is telling advantage number 3, hissed the python. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. This scooping also wouldn't have been possible with a small nose. Thank you, Mr. Python, said Golu gratefully. I will remember all this and now I will go back to my family. So Golu said thank you to the python and he bid farewell to python once again that now I have found out the answer for my question and I will not forget you. Thanking him, he said, now I want to go back home. Rudyard Kipling, simplified and abridged. Now, what is the meaning of abridged? Abridged means the story was quite long and it is just shortened. Shortened, any writing is abridged. Okay, so what are the three, now let's recall, what are the 3 benefits that python counted on for the long nose? First, can lift the trunk and hit the flies and insects sitting on their body. Second, can put out its trunk and pluck fruits and leaves from the trees. Third, scoop mud or water and throw it. Okay, these are the advantage that it could do. Now, dear children, what is the moral that you learn from the story? Okay, now let's see. First moral, Golu learns not only about the dangers of trusting strangers, but also about the advantages of having a long nose. Second, curiosity can lead to dangerous experiences, but experience is also the best teacher. Third, most important, if you help others when they need you, they may help you when you need someone. At the end of the day, all's well that's end well. Thank you.